We want to provide you with some strategies to make your 30 minutes with your ReadingPals students even more powerful. The ReadingPals program is designed to give kindergartners that extra boost to preview, to reinforce, and to practice literacy skills necessary for reading and academic success. For this to happen, the child needs to engage what we call priming skills: attention, concentration, memory, and organization, which are often considered to be ready for action in school-age children. However, for many children in the early grades and in later grades, these skills are not fully developed. Yet, the attributes of priming skills are critical to the brain work required for reading. Attention to the reading task requires most incoming sensory signals not related to the reading task to be blocked or ignored. Jim Trelease, author of the New Read Aloud Handbook, an internationally known reading expert, said that the best tool for expanding attention span is individual or very small group time with the child. It is by far, he writes, the most effective teaching arrangement ever invented. Our studies have shown that 2 children working with 1 adult has proven to be the most effective for our ReadingPals. What you are teaching is this: books contain stories and information that give me pleasure if I make the connections and engage. Remember, the majority of your pals live in environments where an average of less than 11 minutes a day is spent in one-on-one time with the child. This makes the time you spend with your pals even more valuable. To help you in this process, and perhaps to feel more confident, we are sharing some simple behavior management and educational strategies to help your students, the Gidgets, the Widgets, the Fidgets, and more, to develop foundational skills. Here are a few that we hope you will find fun and effective. The Gidgets: set the stage and engage. Establishing greeting and closing routines sets the stage and primes the child for what comes next and to transition smoothly and confidently. Children love routines and consistency that serve as a signal that your activity is about to begin or end. Finger plays or songs or rhymes can be those signals. Open-ended questions are valuable because they encourage the child to engage and to think about what they are learning and to make it their own. A closed question has a one-word expected answer and can be valuable, but open-ended questions allow the child to develop concepts in their own mind and to share them with others. Open-ended questions often begin with words like how, why, and what do you think? Using open-ended questions can be a learning process, and students will often automatically say, I don't know. But with practice and prompting, open-ended questions can create fun and enlightening conversations. Instilling a growth mindset is also valuable. Students often tell you that they can't do something. This may or may not be true for the moment, but it is important to stress that they can't do it yet. As they learn and grow, they will be able to do lots of new things. To help with the development of a growth mindset, try to praise the students' efforts and progress toward a goal. We want them to learn to persevere, so this kind of praise goes a long way to developing that mindset of possibilities. The Widgets: help them to focus attention. It is important to help the students focus their attention. Awareness of sounds, recognition of letters, and identification of sight words are all necessary components to reading. However, they are not sufficient. Many parts of the brain must work together for children to become fluent readers. The ability to pay sustained attention underlies the accomplishment of all reading tasks. Remember, if kindergartners are not paying attention, they are not engaged, and therefore they are not making the most of your learning time together. Scientists tell us that there is no such thing as not paying attention. The brain is always paying attention to something. So what we really mean is that the child is not paying attention to what we are doing with them. The brain is biologically programmed to attend first to information that has strong emotional content. One technique to regain focus is to use finger plays that can be fun yet practical strategies to help the child focus back on himself or herself and the task at hand.
Do we think it's a really slow movement or a really fast movement? Yeah, it's a really fast. You're right.
Wait time is another strategy to help the children focus attention. As adults, we can be tempted to fill in the right answer right away. To illustrate, try this. Pause and count to 10 in your head. It seems like a long time, but it's only 10 seconds. When working with your pals, try waiting before answering for them. Also, if you have one child who often answers first, implement this plan to allow the other child to have time to think and develop an answer. Some of us need a little more time to process information. This gives a nice opportunity for everybody to think and to come up with thoughtful answers. To provide more equal answering time, you can have the children take turns answering or answer the questions on the side of the page closest to them. You can also encourage them to develop questions for each other, which is another way to help them to be more engaged in the process. The fidgets, move and groove. Our students need opportunities to move and groove in ways that do not distract the rest of the classroom. Although the brain is only 5% of the young child's body weight, it often uses 20 to 25% of all energy available to the body. This may mean that a song or movement is in order to redirect or connect needed brain energy from large or small motor energy. Rhyming songs also exercise phonological and fluency skills, those skills so basic to successful reading. And just a note about repeated songs, movement, and reading. As boring as they may seem to the adult, they can accomplish very important things within the child. Repetition helps the child learn language by hearing it over and over. This is called immersion. Also, with each repetition, the child is better able to predict what will happen next. The more senses that are used in learning, the greater the retention. So it is valuable to add movement and other activities when explaining vocabulary or a concept or while engaging with the book. The Velcro theory of learning likens learning to Velcro, which has many hooks and helps to make things stick. In the same way, when we can make the connections of relating to what the child already knows or through an interaction with the information, it is better able to stick in the memory.
That one, right there. And then the dog.
Excellent.
The closing. Just as the opening routine helps set the tone for the reading time, a closing routine helps children get ready to transition to their next activity back into the classroom and to look forward to the next Reading Pals time together. The goodbye song will do just that. It can be sung to the tune of Good Night Ladies and can be found in your notebook or on the website. Standing in a small circle and holding hands, you invite the children to sing or to say to each child in the group and you,
Goodbye, Symphony. Goodbye, Symphony. Goodbye, Symphony. We'll see you again next week.
Another option is to stand in a circle with hands in the middle, stacked on top of each other, and to say 1, 2, 3 as you pump hands up and down, and after 3 say Reading Pals, throwing your hands and theirs up and breaking the circle. Just remember to do these things quietly so that you are not disrupting the classroom activities. Remind the children to return to their classroom groups, possibly with a vocabulary word from their story, such as scamper or glide. Have fun with your pals. Be sure to catch them being good and praise them for that. Research has shown that it takes 10 positives before someone really hears a negative and internalizes it. That is because when we focus on the positive, we become safer and have created a relationship of trust that indicates that we have their best at heart. These children often hear negatives, so we have the opportunity to build them up to see their positive potential. There was a song in the World War II era that said, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, tune into the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. Get ready to enjoy your time with your pals. We hope that these strategies will provide tools to enhance your experience as a reading pal and to help to create fun and fruitful learning times together.